Welcome to Border Region TV. Today we're speaking to Declan Connolly, who is the organiser and founder of the Irish Bog Snorkeling Championships. Hi Declan.
How are you doing?
So tell us, when's the event happening this year?
We're having a weekend event this year. It starts this Friday the 13th, so Friday, Saturday and finishing on Sunday.
So for anyone watching at home who doesn't know what bog snorkeling is, can you explain it to us?
Yeah, it's basically we went down to the bog, we cleaned it out, and it naturally fills with lovely dirty mucky water. So you put on your snorkel and your flippers. There's only two rules: snorkel stays in the mouth at all times, and you must use flipper power. You're not allowed to use any conventional swimming strokes. So it's basically that's it. You get in, you kick like mad, the fastest person up and back wins.
And what length is the run?
The run is 60 metres up and then 60 metres back, so it's 120 metres. And then when you're finished, you can go over to a jacuzzi and you can unwind in the jacuzzi for half an hour, and then we'll give you a nice car wash shower when you're finished.
Welcome back to Border Region TV. Today we're speaking with Barra Flynn, who recently was on a trip to Kenya. Now Barra, you're with the Monaghan Rotary Club and this year you're president of the Rotary Club. First of all, can we start off by explaining to viewers out there who may not be aware, what is the Rotary Club about?
Oh, thank you, Martin. It's great to be talking to you. Yeah, I'm president of Monaghan Rotary Club as from the 1st of July of this year, and that's the start of the Rotary year. The Rotary or International was set up in Chicago in 1905 by a man called Paul Harris, and he wanted to contribute something within his community, so he got in touch with a few business associates, and they got together and there were some projects that they wanted to undertake, and each week they would meet. I think maybe back then it was possibly every fortnight they would meet in each other's office, so it rotated to different offices the meeting every week. And
come on, take order! Come on, Jared, come on! Come on, Jared, you're going well, you're going well. Into the suit there. Come on, Jared, hold on. 23 minutes, 78 seconds.
1 hour, 57 minutes and 66 seconds.
Now we're here with Geraldine Cummesky, who is the roving reporter for the Sunday World. Geraldine, how did you find out about this?
Oh, Declan invited me, Declan Connolly. I was here for the very first bog snorkeling event 5 years ago.
Oh, you were covering it for the Sunday World?
Yeah, so yeah, he sends me an email every year, and I haven't been back for 5 years now, so I said I definitely have to make it this year.
And you haven't been in bog snorkeling yet?
Not yet, but I have done it before. I did the last time, and it's actually scary because you can't see where you're going, and it's actually worse than scuba diving. And I used to hate scuba diving. I used to be terrified under the water, but this is actually worse because you can't see a thing.
You've been in the jacuzzi here behind me.
I must be a masochist. Yeah, I've just been in the jacuzzi, and they told me to be warm, and they told me there'd be bubbles in it.
No bubbles?
I know, because apparently a lot of people have to eat beans before you can get bubbles in that.
That's the way they get bubbles out here in the natural world.
You need lots of people to warm it up as well. So if you're going in one at a time, you can't.
Well, at least we've got the weather for your outfit.
Thank you. Well, I have my wetsuit, but that's
no.
Worse putting that
it's
on,
grand. It's grand. I think I can see the YouTube. I can see this going viral actually. Okay, we'll cut that bit. We're here with some of the committee of the Castleblayney Heritage 400 weekend, which is happening in Castleblayney on the 28th of September. I'm here with Martin Brady, who's going to give us an overview of what the weekend is about.
Well, the initiative started off because it's 400 years this year since Castleblayney were granted the charter to hold markets and fairs in the town. And because we have a number of photographs from the Lawrence collection taken during the day of the fair, we decided to try and recreate a photograph that was taken around 1900. And with the help of the local vintage groups around the town and the local agricultural group, we had assembled a lot of the old artefacts and charts and instruments that were used at that time. And when we approached the town council to see could we get the street closed from the evening before so we could set the photograph up for the morning of the 28th, they suggested that maybe we should expand it into a full-blown fair day, and that seems to be what's happening now. There are quite a number of events being arranged around it to commemorate it. Some of the old games that were played at the time, the road bowling competition, there are the high Nelly bicycles that were being used at the time mostly for transport. There's a workshop on those, and anyone who has a bicycle like that needs it to be repaired can bring it to town in the day and it will be looked at.
Today on Border Region TV we're at Monaghan Hospital, which is part of the Cavan Monaghan group of hospitals. We're looking at the gum clinic for STIs, and we're going to speak to Dr. Justin Lowe. First of all, Dr. Lowe, what does GUM stand for?
GUM stands for Genital Urinary Medicine. It's a very widely used term in the UK. It means sexual health clinic really in lay term, yeah. And that's the official term that we use, yeah.
And this clinic has been open now in Monaghan for how long?
Now, we've opened this clinic since December 2011, so it's been running for the last 1.5 years now. Yeah.
And is there a charge for people to avail of the services here at the clinic?
It's totally free of charge, and anything from consultation all the way to medication. We dispense our medication. It's all free of charge, and our clinic is funded by this group called CORD, which is European Union funded initiative that is funding this clinic. It's a cross-border collaboration, yeah.
Welcome back to Border Region TV. Today we're speaking to Kieran Agnew, who is the secretary here at the Loch Mucknow Water Ski and Wakeboard Club in Castleblayney. Can you tell us about the event that's happening next weekend, Kieran?
Yes, of course I can. Next weekend we host the Big Air Wakeboard Tournament 2013. It's the biggest wakeboard event in Ireland this season. It's also the season finale, so we have all the Irish riders and all the wakeboarders coming to this event to compete for one of these fantastic trophies here.
And for the uninitiated, can you tell us what wakeboarding is about? We're obviously going to look at it later on in the lake, but what is wakeboarding?
Wakeboarding is a sport that is developed from the sport of water skiing, combining with surfing and skateboarding, windsurfing, kite surfing, and it has developed and mushroomed on its own tangent, and it's become the biggest board sport across the world in this present time.
So it's basically like a skateboard with the boots attached to it?
Basically, it can be described as a skateboard on water, yes.
And so the wave, the spray that throws up, that's called the wake?
Yes, the wake off the back of the boat, the athlete approaches the wake and they kick off the wake and they go up in the air and they do various different tricks, very complex, very intricate tricks, hence the name Big Air for our tournament.
Well, as you can see, the wind's getting up here on this Sunday at the Big Air tournament, but we had a great run, a great weekend, and now we're speaking to one of the youngest members of the club here, Daniel McAlevey from Culliville in County Armagh. Daniel, how long are you wakeboarding?
Well, I've been wakeboarding for a year. I started getting last summer. I'm 14 now, and I'm getting more better and better as time goes on.
Tonight we're talking to Crystal Swing. We have Dervla, Mary and Derek. You're all very welcome to Urbanstown.
Thank you very much.
I'm delighted to be here.
So how did it all start, Mary? You started yourself on the road many years ago.
Yeah, going back many years, I suppose. I've been on stage since I was a very, very little girl, and grew up always with a great love of music. Eventually set up my own one-woman band called Crystal Swing, and I was gigging away doing, a social...
It's a very, very lively song, and very well done in the video as well. Excellent work in the video. In your school, Derek, it was shot, yeah?
Yeah, that's right, it was shot, and I spent many of the days inside in that very classroom learning maths. That was my maths room. And
so now you were back and the teachers were listening to you.
That's right, yeah. And my mum even broke one of their rulers in the process, so they'd be too happy about that now.
I think I've seen that bit already.
That's right, yeah. And there was no camera trickery. That actually did happen.
Yeah, I was being myself there, Martin. Yeah.
Dervla, you joined the band, was it 4 years ago now, was it?
I'd say it's actually a bit more. I suppose since the whole thing broke for us, since we kind of hit the big time, you could say it's over 3.5 years ago. But we had been in the band a couple of years previous as well. But the last few years have just been a whirlwind, and we have I'd say travelled every road in Ireland at this stage, and we're having an amazing time, and we're looking forward to the gig now tonight as well.
And I remember when you left school, you put up a blog on Facebook and you were very sad about leaving school. How do you feel about it now? Would you like to go back there?
No.
Times change.
Time has changed.
Yeah, well, right now we're going to see you on stage, and here is Crystal Swing singing Happy Days.
Will you please give a big round of applause all the way from County Cork? They're delighted to be here tonight at Mahans. Would you give it up for Crystal Swing? Good evening, everybody. Let's hear all the hands clapping, folks. Hi. You know the words of it. We're delighted to be here in Urbanstown with you this evening. Here we go with the newest single. Yeah. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. The weekend plans, the Saturday plans, ready to race to you. These days are all happy and free. These days are all shared with me. My green sky, hello blue. There's nothing can hold me when I hold you. Feels so right, it can't be wrong. Round and roll all week long. These days are all